was supposed to be a fade away. Be nice if problems could fade away like that. That's something, that's a song I wrote called Continuing, and wrote it about a year ago before the pandemic. And then when the pandemic hit and the Black Lives Matter issue came up very strongly, the tune took on different meaning for me, or took on a meaning beyond just the music itself, the chords. I started thinking, particularly during the struggles with the Black Lives Matter, that this note down here that just stays the same all the way through. I've been around a long time, and these issues have been around a long time that we struggle with. Climate change, all these things that we don't seem to make much progress on. And I started hearing and started thinking about this tune and how it has that pedal point. That's called a pedal point. A note usually down low. And then you have all the chords that work over the top of it. John Coltrane wrote a composition called Naima that used pedal point. That was his favorite composition. I think the pedal point in there represented love, constancy. But here, in this tune, I think it means problems that we struggle with and think we make progress with sometimes, and then later we think, well, maybe we didn't make so much progress after all. And there's a lot of things politically that, even internationally, where we think things are really changing, and then they don't so much. We realize we're still right in the midst of the struggle. And I think personally, the same thing happens. That there are things about us that we want to be able to change that we feel are holding ourselves back, and we struggle with. And sometimes we think we make a breakthrough, where we have this great insight that's going to change everything, and then the next day you're kind of back to where you were before. How does that happen? So for me, this tune took on a meaning, and I eventually wrote some words for it. Continuing. Like that, continuing for so long. And then in the bridge, you hear that chord there? That sounds like change to me. So the words are, I couldn't change. See how that works? That sounds like change, like something's really changing in our world, or in my world, or in our shared world. But then it just goes back to that same struggle. So I'm not a good enough piano player to make that low note just fade away into nothing, like we wish our problems would. But that's the idea. I couldn't change for so long. So I couldn't change for so long. It sounds sad, but it's also like you eventually change, and that for the better, presumably. So it could be a good thing happening. So that's something I wrote a year ago, in this basement with this piano. Hope you got something out of it.